for the leather for crafting the swords, and I also put in the lumber mill just so that I can refine the wood that I have. Might as well get the fame, and you never know, I might switch to something else for weapons later on, or who knows. So that's what I'm up to right now, and I just wanted to get this set up, the stream set up. Yada yada. Okay, let's go. So I'm just gathering some tier 1 wood on the way. I've had to use up a lot and still need to use tier 1 wood for upgrades. And I have a ton of tier 1 stone. It hasn't really been requiring much tier 1 stone for the upgrades or the new buildings. Just a lot of the tier 1 wood, so I might as well grab it on my way over. It's easier just to not have to mount and demount every time. So before I get loaded down in weight, I might as well grab it, and I'm just kind of grabbing what's along the way on the road there. I'm not really going out of my way to gather it or anything, like far out of my way to gather it. How much do I have? 126. I'll just keep going until I get to the end of this map. And then I'll just, should be enough for now. Probably best for the next little while just to keep gathering some tier 1 when I go out to do either gathering, or even if I'm going out to do some fighting in the dungeons, just keep it underneath the 100% weight. And, might as well. Till it gets built up a little bit. And I believe, so to do this upgrade, which I think was the 3rd upgrade, 3rd of 6 that I can do, that one was 187,500, and the next upgrade will be 625,000 silver, so that won't be happening for quite some time, if at all. But I have all the buildings that I need now for the crafting that I want to do, so that I can refine on my own island and then craft the swords. And I can also do the plate armor as well. I do have the Warrior's Forge, so I can do like swords type of weapons and then plate armor. Don't really, you know what, I'm gonna skip the tier 3 wood on the way there, and I have a ton of tier 3 wood right now. So. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna worry about refining for the cloth. I'll probably just sell off like the flax and the hemp and cotton and everything, just sell it on the market, help bring in some silver, because I'm really not doing anything that requires the cloth. And hopefully I don't need it later on. Right now I just need, I think I have a fair amount of tier 3 hide for tier 3 leather, which is needed for the swords. The swords need tier 3 ore and tier 3 leather, so ore and leather for each tier. But I will need to get more tier 3 and tier 4 leather, which is why I'm going to take on the hogs and frogs on the way. Tier 3 in order to make the tier 4 leather, and I need tier 3 leather to craft in order just to build up the skill and be able to do the tier. Huh. I don't know why I got on the ox. Underneath the 100%. I don't know what I was thinking. Must be habit. Most of the time that you spend gathering, you're on the ox. If you have an ox or a horse, or you're on a mount, put it that way. No, we're going this way now. The biggest things that I need, other than the leather right now, is the ore and the stone. I need tier 4 stone to do the upgrade. But I will gather other tier 3 resources as well. I still need them, just not as a primary. Oops, too soon. Getting kind of tired of this map, but I mean they're all pretty much the same. The layout and everything, they all look so similar. This is where all the tier 3 and tier 4 materials are that I need without going into the PvP zones. I need quite a bit of a tier 2 copper as well to refine the tier 3 ore so that I can refine tier 4 ore. Probably only going to gather about 100 of the limestone max. And actually, I think I have a lot of sandstone. I'm not sure that I really need to worry about the sandstone. I can't quite remember. I need to start writing this stuff down. So maybe I'll only do about 100 of the sandstone as well. And then just work on ore and the travertine stone, which is the tier 4. Slowing down now, so I'm going to have to pull out the ox soon. And even if you have a stack of, say, 500 ore for tier 3 or tier 4 or tier 5, I know that that sounds like a lot, but when you think about it, like, you need a lot in order to just to craft and be able to get to the next tier. But when you get to the next tier, you're still going to need the previous tier of ore in order to refine the ore for the tier that you're working on. So it's a constant need. If you're out gathering, you may not want to focus solely on every single resource. Have a primary for each trip, or a certain amount that you're going to get of each kind for each trip, and get that, and then focus the rest of your time on the primary resource. But you're going to need the resources anyway anyway, so you might as well gather some every time you go out. That's the way I see it, though. I mean, that's just my method, and that's what I've been doing, and it works well for me, so I don't know what it's like. Maybe it's faster when people just, each trip they go after something specific. I'm really not sure. If anybody knows for sure if that's faster, leave a comment and let everyone know. I have a fair amount of tier 3 ore, so I'm not too concerned about getting that right now. I'd rather just be upgrade so that I can do tier 3 and tier 4 refining. And then tier 4 for crafting. I don't usually stay on this map for very long, but I think I'm going to give it a bit of a try. See what I can come across. Where's tier 2? There it is. So no more tier 2. I'm good for tier 2 on stone. In case somebody comes along. It's my biggest need. What do I have for tier 3? 26. I'll still gather a little bit of tier 3. In this little pit here, there's a lot of ore. You don't really find any other resource, but then you need some tier 2, so grab that as well. Probably take the tier 2 or get up to about 200 before I stop on that for this trip. It looked like there was a little bit of stone down there, but I couldn't tell if it was depleted or not. It doesn't look like it's depleted. So, being that you have to be in a specific spot, I'm not probably going to be able to get on the right side of that. I really wish they would fix that. west side of the map, and then I'll probably go on to the map to the east. Not very often you come across a tier 3, tier 4 resource node that has more than 2. But it does keep it a little bit balanced as far as progression. I mean, if people got to tier 8 in 1 month, what are they going to do next? Like, you don't really want to reach the end game in that amount of time. You want to be able to play for a while and actually have to build up to the end game. And you still got the guild versus guild and the PvP, but as far as advancement, I mean, you're pretty much done. You could go through and advance in different skills, I guess, that you haven't yet, but you really have no interest in that. I mean, you're not really going to put much effort into it. And you hear a lot of people saying that the game is paid to win, and really don't see how. I mean, you can pay to get gold and, you know, change your gold into silver, which would allow you to purchase things faster, purchase materials instead of gathering, upgrading your island quicker, putting buildings on and stuff like that. But you can still do all that without paying. It just takes a little longer. So it's not really paid to win, it's paid to win faster, but it's not paid to win. And I guess that's kind of where you could argue that going after just one primary resource might be faster to gain that resource, because, you know, something that you would have come across earlier but somebody else took. However, it all depends on the respawn, really, just because I could have passed that and it hadn't respawned yet, so there wasn't anything there to collect, whereas had I been gathering other things, by the time I came across that node, it might have respawned some of the resource. So I don't know, it's kind of, I mean, you could argue it both ways. What am I at? 237, so we're getting there. Let's finish up the tier 2 ore. Then I don't have to worry about that anymore. Curious to know too if there's any type of rhyme or reason to the layout of the resources, if it's truly random. I mean, I know that like for stone, you're gonna find it around like rocky hills and stuff. Obviously, you're not gonna find it in like the middle of nowhere, a flat grassland or flat nothing but snow. Um, but is there any rhyme or reason to the way that it's laid out? Any type of pattern or anything like that, or is it just truly random within the areas that it would naturally be found? Because sometimes, you know, like where I just gathered the travertine there, the tier 4 stone, that node is, I haven't really seen it there before, so it does pop up like that. Or maybe it just wasn't any there for me to gather, and that's why I never took notice. I don't know. I'll fight him. Need the stone in such like large quantities. I know that for like tier 3 and tier 4 it was about 300. I don't need the tier 3 ore right now. You know, and like that's a lot considering how hard it is to actually find these higher tier stone resources. And I'd imagine that since it is hard to find, that buying it on the market isn't all that cheap. Some down there. Hope I can get there before somebody else does. It sounded like I heard somebody casting that speed buff close by. What do I have for the tier 2 ore? So I want to take a little bit more. Have 60 points on the destiny board. I was trying to think of what would be the best route. I mean, like I wasted some learning points just playing around trying to decide what I wanted to be as far as fighting. But I mean, I've pretty much decided on the, well, I have decided on the dual wielding fighter. So I mean, right now, to gain the fame by fighting isn't all that difficult. Like, I mean, it'll take a few hours, at least going from tier 4 to tier 5. Damn it, I hate this stupid needing to be in the right spot crap. I don't know what it's like going from, like, there are tiers, like after tier 4 you can do 4.1, 4.2. I'm not clear on exactly like what kind of a difference that makes going from tier 4 to 4.1 or 4.2 instead of going directly to tier 5. But I've heard that there is benefit to it. I heard that quite a while ago. Anyways, maybe I should just spend the learning points on gathering, increase my range of what I can gather, my tier, and then just go out and fight, get silver and fame at the same time, and do that one manually. I don't know. I think I'm going to let it build up for a little while and figure that one out. I have tons of time to decide what I want to spend it on, right? Which tier 4 wood or stone am I at? 34. I have a long ways to go. I think I only need 150 to upgrade the smelter, but I need, which is fine, because I need the smelting up to tier 4 before I can craft tier 4 or weapons. But the Warrior's Forge is requiring 300 tier 4 stones, so that's going to take a little bit to get. Go to a different tab. I can't stand having so much stupid crap going on the channel. It's worse than your junk mail. And I just might continue to gather because I still have to level up. I have to craft a lot of tier 3 swords to level up, so maybe I do still need the tier 3 ore as I'm going here. I feel like I'm all over the place tonight. And the glowing circle around the resource is the uncommon, and there are different qualities for the uncommon. And you'll see that with here, pull it up. Down here it has 3 dots out of 4, so some might just be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Obviously the more dots, the more uncommon it is. I have the 200 tier 2 yet, or yes I do. So no more tier 2 ore. And I just kind of zoomed in the mini map there a little bit, so I can see up close the area that I'm in. It's kind of easier to see where the rocky areas are. I knew you could do that. I just, for whatever reason, it never occurred to me to maybe zoom in and make it easier for me to see that. Kind of seems like something that would just kind of be common sense to do. But I never claimed to be smart. So annoying with that. Let's try going over this way. Probably not going to be anything. Nope. Nothing worthwhile. Ooh, some more uncommon. Helps if I get off the ox. south there. Been kind of wandering along this top area for a while now. It's too bad they didn't have a tracking skill for just hunting beasts for hides. I guess it might make it too easy to find them though. And that would disrupt the balance of the game and resources, so I guess it kind of makes sense if they don't. Worth it to stop and get the uncommon if you can, but you do need the tier of the resource in the same tier as the tool. So if it's a tier 4 ore, you need a tier 4 pickaxe in order to get it. You can harvest resources. You could harvest tier 4 with a tier 3 pickaxe, but not the uncommon. There, one of them uncommon. That was a pretty good little find. Sometimes it's worth it to check things out. Let's head across. Actually, no, let's keep going down around this way. Let's see what we can find over here. And I can only use a tier 3 sickle, so I can't harvest any of that uncommon hemp. Yeah, see, this map is like the layout wise, kind of the way that it looks is pretty much the same. Like it's all just constant snow and rocks. Like, and I get that you need to be able to harvest. Like you're gonna be harvesting ore and stone around rocks and such. But I mean, you can put rocks in like a deserty area or rocks in a swampy area. And have stone resources there too, just to change up. I'm getting kind of sick of seeing snow. Yeah, that's depleted down there. Yeah, I guess we can go down here for a little bit and take a look around. I don't usually find too much for stone down in this next part of the map. I usually see a lot of nodes that just, they're all depleted all the time. Oh, that's so annoying. Seem to be finding lots of uncommon ore this trip. There's one floating up in the air. You don't know that you would ever actually find ore floating up in the air, but at least it's in a rocky area, right? And that's tier 3. I may end up buying some tier 4 stone. Maybe get as much as I can close to the 150 in this trip, and then buy the rest. I'm not sure. So I might just kind of stick to the tier 4 stone for right now and pass up anything else unless it's uncommon ore. Ah, there's some. Let's find the ramp to get up there. Oh, let's try back around this way. Oh, I guess it's up on the level that I was on. I still have like 50, no, yeah, I still have like 15% more that I can carry, and only have 49 of the tier 4 stone, which is actually probably pretty good. I'll follow along this edge here. Not really anything in between this and the road until you get closer to the road. Just circle around this. Usually find that along the road you don't find the higher tier resources. Usually you can find tier 1, tier 2, sometimes tier 3, but it's not all that abundant. Yeah, I could be out here forever just looking specifically for tier 4 stone, so yeah. No, actually, we're gonna get the stone first. We're gonna fight this guy. Just want to be over near it. actually getting kind of lucky with the amount of stone that we're finding so far. Now up to 66, so that's pretty good. Oh, there's some uncommon ore. Here. Let's see if I can't find anything. I was just gonna pass over this little outcrop on the ledge, but glad I decided not to. And I think I may have even used up the tier 3 ore that I had to refine tier 4. I hope not. I mean, it's good to have the tier 4 refined and everything, but right now I need the tier 3 because I can only craft in the tier 3. Kind of a few rocky areas over there to the east. and there's 4 on this node. Nice. I guess I gotta mount up again. Oh, come on. See where I am on the grand map here. Oh, up in that corner. Okay. It's not going to be anything for actually, no, not for a little bit. So I guess do I want to search around here, or do I want to search around the top there? Let's see if I can get up there. Not that way. Maybe if I go back around this way. No, definitely not there. So where is the ramp? I probably should have kept going the other way. Oh, I definitely should have kept going the other way, but yeah, let's come around here. Yeah. Guess I gotta go up one more. spot for this. Oh, those buggers. Alright, how much tier 4 do I have? 103, so that's pretty good for this run. I'm happy with that. Just keep looking at, I'm at 92% capacity here, so I still have some room to get more. Oh, I thought that was a spot you can go down. Apparently not. How much tier 3 ore do I have? So I have okay amount. So we're kind of back close to the area that I first started searching on this map. So I'll probably just take a quick run through here, through this side, and then start heading back and just kind of gather whatever I can that I need on the next map over to fill up. Think about it, when I get back to the city, I just want to swap out the tier 4 for the tier 3 aux and see what the difference is in percentage for the capacity of what I'm at now to what I would be at with the tier 3. I've meant to do that the last few times, but I keep forgetting. So we're getting close. Did another gathering trip earlier this morning, and I was able to gather another 150 tier 4 stone this morning, which was really good. And so I got my oh no, who did I upgrade with that? I think I upgraded the smelter with that, and I need to upgrade the tanner And then the Warrior's Forge, I think, is what I have left. Come on. Ugh. Stupid rabbits. I guess we'll take a look in here again. Oh, uncommon, which is good. Yeah, I still have about 50,000 more fame to get as a ore miner in order to get to the next level, which would be the tier 5. I have a long ways to go. Off to the next map, to the west here, and then we'll head back to the city. And I will probably, 119 tier 4 stone, so I might just buy the remaining. Let's go ahead and zoom in, I guess. Before I could start refining like the hemp and the cotton and the flax and everything, I have to upgrade my island one more time to get the plot for that. So that's a really long ways off. So my plan is just to, I'll gather it so that I can, you know, still build up the skill in it and everything, but just sell it on the market and help that with silver earnings. So I need to get rid of just a couple things, or just a little bit of weight. So let's get rid of the tier 1. It doesn't accumulate much weight to it, so let's get rid of the tier 3 trees. I have a ton of those at 99%, and we'll head back. Let's change that, zoom that back out. I just want actually let that run. So all in all, that was a pretty good gathering trip. I got 123 tier 4 stone. So that was a good trip for that. And then just built up more of the tier 2 ore, tier 3 ore, some tier 2 stone, a little bit of tier 3 stone, and then minimal the hides. But that's okay. I wasn't really going for the hides. I should be able to upgrade the tanner though if I buy. Oh no, I might have some tier 4 stone still on my island that's unrefined. To check. I believe I have like 45. I think I saw that earlier today. Tier 4 wood I don't come across very much, so I like to gather that when I can. Yeah, that's just at the 100, so perfect. So they have the swamp, they have the deserty area, and then the ice, or the snow. I wonder why no, like, just a forest without the swamp, so just a regular forest. Because they did have that back in the alpha and first beta. I wonder why they didn't keep that. Maybe they're redesigning it? I don't know. They are working on a Highlands, and that looked pretty nice. I think that was one thing that I did like about the, like before you could find, like the maps were tiered still, so say tier 2 to tier 3, but on the maps it would be, at least for the alpha and the first beta that I did, I believe that one was the same too. I don't know about the last beta, I didn't play very much, I didn't get a chance to play very much in that one. But it would be like a tier 2 to tier 3 resource map, but you could find all resources, all 5 resources on that map, and it was nice just because it was a change. So I mean, like for me to travel to the tier, get up to the tier 3 and tier 4 in the snow, those are the closest maps that I keep going to. So it's just constantly the same maps over and over again, whereas before, I mean, they would have the same thing, but you could go to different maps that were in that area and still get all resources. So if you're looking specifically for a lot of stone, you could just keep going map to map and kind of change things up a little bit. I like what they've done with the dungeons, so from the changes from when I played until now. And I like the bosses opening up that gateway to go more into the dungeon, go to another level in it, and keep it going for a while. That's kind of nifty. I like that. Let's switch out the ox real quick. So I'm at 100% with the tier 4. If I dismount, switch to the tier 3. 103%. So I mean, really, there's not all that much of a difference. Like to spend, I think I waited until it dropped down to about 25,000 silver, I think 25 or 30,000 silver, and then I bought the tier 4 ox. But I mean, for a 3% difference, I don't know that it's really worth that much. To me, anyways. Might be to some people. Alright. And yes, I have upgraded my island. I'm on 4 of 6 for the upgrade. Alright, so I just want to double check. I have the smelter, and I'm pretty sure that he is able to do tier 4 now. And he is. So it should just be the tanner, and then the warrior's forge. Because stone should be tier 4 as well. Stonemason, yeah. And I'm trying to be more self-sufficient with this just because I'm having a hard time finding a guild that would really sounds attractive to me that's out of Huckerly Cross. And I didn't want to abandon my island in order to start somewhere else. I wasn't really that interested in doing that. So yes, the tanner. So upgrade, so I just need the 150 of the tier 4. So let's go back up here and check the chests. I should have stone is this one. So yes, I do. Great. And I can, yeah, I have enough refined tier 3 to do the 150, so I'll do that. I can actually do 181, but do I have other? Yes, so I'll drop off the tier 2 stone, and that should be it for stone. Or let's drop off that tier 3, tier 2. Just gonna move that over. Tier 2. Oh, I can't put any more in there. Okay. Yeah, I have a ton of tier 3 ore, so I don't need that right now. Any more of that right now, but I will still hold on to the ore. Let's go to an overfill. We'll just put that in there for now. Stone I need to keep out, so I'm going to just dismount so I can see the chests easier. Cotton. So I have a lot of tier 4 hemp that I will probably sell on the market. I think I will. And I can drop off the leather, or the hides I should say. So tier 3 hide. Actually, yeah. Oh, I've got wood that I can drop off too. No, come on, you're close. There we go. So tier 1, decent. All right, yeah, see, I have 764 refined plus another 432 unrefined. So I have a ton of wood. I don't think I need to gather the tier 3 wood for quite some time. Let's go and refine the stone, and then I will upgrade the tanner. Just craft the full 168. Actually, you know what? I am just going to do 150. I'll do exactly what I need. This is just kind of a boring part here. doing 30 at a time. I guess maybe they do that so that people can't do the full 150 or 300 and then just walk away from the computer and go do something else while it does it. Because I mean, it does take a little bit of time to do this, so I guess that could be part of the reason. Because I know that's exactly what I would do. I would just do the full 150 or the full 300, whatever it is that I need, and then I don't know, go do something like make myself something to eat, or I don't know, go do something that I need to do while that's putting it in there. So all right, last little bit, and I can upgrade it. My cat wants attention. All right, so upgrade, and I can do 4 now. Awesome. Oh, I have to craft more tier 3 leather though before I can craft the tier 4. I didn't realize I was that far behind. So, I don't know that I have a lot of tier 2 and tier 3 leather. I'll have to check. Not that one. This one? Nope. Up here in the corner. God, I can't see the stupid chest. There we go. So, no, I have very little of the hides. So I do need to go out at some point to do tier 2 and tier 3 because I need the tier 2 leather to make the tier 3 leather. Just in order to upgrade my skill in it. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay. So, that will be for next time, and I probably should dump off this stone. No, it's up here. So, this is tier 3 refined. I want the unrefined down here. Just because what I really need is the refined when I'm using. And I have a little bit of actually, let's go there, and there, just to keep things kind of organized. Yeah. And I believe I have to wait until morning before I can harvest my crops. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, I still have another 8 hours to go. It's usually about, I think it's like 22 hours for the corn. I'm not sure on the beans, but I'm pretty sure that's the 22 as well. And then also the wheat. I don't know at the higher tiers if it's longer or not. So usually about once a day. Let's go and repair, just so I don't forget to do that. All right, and I think that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and have a great night.